The Philippines has emerged as a critical player for economic and financial activity in the region, driven by an upbeat business outlook, game-changing financial sector reforms, and faster than expected economic growth. Anchored on the country's pursuit of sustainable economic and social growth, the Insurance Commission remains committed to its mandate of progressive regulatory and supervisory policies and inclusive risk protection at par with international standards. To this end, the IC has continually ensured the effective implementation of the risk-based capital framework to improve the regulatory regime in the industry. It has also closely monitored the compliance of regulated entities to financial regulatory requirements on financial reporting and valuation standards for policy reserves under the Financial Reporting Framework. Moreover, the IC is drafting the blueprint for the establishment of a financial examination and data system that would ensure efficient data management and timely assessment of the financial condition of insurance companies. On the HMO industry, the IC has already established the minimum solvency and RBC requirements and product approval of HMO companies and propelled the creation of a standard chart of accounts to set the guidelines for the uniform analysis of financial data of HMOs. With the regulatory foundations in place, the IC has kept an eye for the future. To increase the risk protection against natural disasters, the IC has actively participated in disaster risk financing and insurance initiatives led by the Department of Finance, particularly on the deliverables for the World Bank's second catastrophe deferred drawdown option loan facility. In line with this, the IC has issued a circular letter on the adoption of the Property Insurance Exposure and Loss Database, which aims to improve IC's data structure. In addition, the IC is currently involved in the ongoing development of a catastrophe risk insurance pool with PIRA and DOF, with technical assistance from the World Bank. The IC has provided continuing capacity building programs for its employees, particularly those involved in the examination of the financial health of regulated and supervised entities. Recognizing the importance of providing quality services, the IC received a commendation from the Government Quality Management Committee for its successful implementation of its quality management system and for maintaining its certification to ISO 9001:2008. Alongside these efforts, the industry has continued on a momentum of positive growth. Total industry assets increased by 16.28%, from 1.32 trillion pesos in the third quarter of 2016 to 1.54 trillion pesos in the third quarter of 2017. The life sector posted 16.62% growth in assets year-on-year, while the non-life sector increased by 16.69% in assets during the same period. Profit of the insurance industry grew 21.88% to 27.86 billion pesos in the first 9 months of 2017, boosted by impressive performance of the life insurance sector, amounting for 21.96 billion pesos in total net income. The non-life sector also posted 2.76 billion pesos in total net income for the same period. Third quarter premium income of the industry reached 185.51 billion pesos. The life insurance industry alone reached 144.66 billion pesos, while the non-life sector contributed 34.31 billion pesos of net premiums written as of September 2017. The industry's growth, backed by sound economic foundations in the country, also translated to an increase in the number of lives insured. The growth in assets and incomes has resulted in a 7.29% increase in the total number of covered persons, from 45 million lives in the third quarter of 2016 to 48 million lives covered in September 2017. Of the 48 million insured lives, 66.83% or 32 million lives are covered with microinsurance for the third quarter of 2017, from 26 million lives in the same period of the previous year. Despite these accomplishments, the IC is faced with the challenge of overcoming hurdles towards enabling better risk protection and promoting inclusivity. Outdated provisions in the regulatory and supervisory policies calls for amendments of relevant laws, rules, and regulations. There is also a need to continually upgrade the IC's information systems and databases to keep up with industry trends and developments. The industry is also faced with setbacks such as, but not limited to, the difficulty by the non-life industry in complying with the RBC framework since it will gravely impact their reserving requirements. Thus, the company's information and risk management systems should be improved to comply with regulations. The declining number of companies offering pre-need plans and products, and the lack of level playing field due to the perceived unfair competition between HMOs and insurance companies offering HMO-like products also remain as challenges. Undeniably, the road is marked by successes and challenges. Nevertheless, the IC is looking far and beyond in continuing its efforts to further develop and institute sound policies and regulations. To attain this, the IC is proposing amendments to the insurance code, among which is revisiting the net worth requirements, as some companies have resorted to mergers or even voluntarily exiting the market. The IC shall also propose the reduction of tax on non-life insurance products, which could provide a level playing field for the non-life insurance industry, thereby increasing inclusivity. To strengthen its regulatory and supervisory functions and authority, the IC shall push for the enactment of an HMO law, which will provide the necessary regulatory and legal environment. Indeed, the horizon is boundless, and the Insurance Commission is relentless in its pursuit of breaking down barriers by redefining standards.